What's up guys, and welcome back to 8 Count. So guys, we're back with another video, and it's been a long time coming, but here we are right now. So guys, we have finally got Spence vs Crawford. Now I know we've been waiting, boxing fight fans and probably if it crossovers to the normal fight fans have been waiting for a really long time. I think 6, 7, 8 years now, and it's finally here. So I thought I'll give my 2 cents, a bit of breakdown of the fight and my predictions. So obviously the fights are 147. We know that Crawford's moved up from 135 pounds, previously been undisputed, and plus Spence, he's a 147. He was a 154 pounder in amateurs, so he's coming back down. Now if you look at the fight, last time Crawford fought was I think December, which is 68 months layoff, and obviously with Spence he has an 18 months layoff. To be fair, I think the last fight I believe so might have been Danny Garcia, so it's been a long time for Spence. So a lot of people are talking about how Spence, he's fundamentally sound, no one's been able to beat his fundamentals. He's sort of a grinder. He likes to work off that southpaw long jab and just hit you with the body. Whereas Crawford on the other side, he's a bit cerebral. He's quite, he's a switch hitter, although he likes to be in a default position of a southpaw position, and he can catch you in coming in and coming out as well. But obviously a lot of people are torn because Spence is the bigger guy and Crawford is coming up, and usually what happens is if it's a really good fighter, really good small fight, and a really good big fight, the really good big fighter always win. That's the sort of saying in boxing. But as we know, Crawford has stopped 7 of his last opponents now in the welterweight division. Now let me sort of do a little breakdown of how each fight can win the fight. So for Crawford, let's start with Crawford. So for Crawford to win the fight, he has to maneuver around Spence's long jab and hit him coming in. We know that Spence has been open in the past few fights whilst coming in, and if you can counter him, and especially counter that detached retina of his eye, then he has a chance, and he has to land early to stop Spence coming in, because we know Spence is a grinder. He will keep coming. So Crawford needs to bring in something that will help put Spence, just think twice before coming in, catch him with those counter shots. I think it's one of those things where in the early rounds we'll see Crawford, just being a bit more quicker, a bit more faster, but then as the round goes on, I would hope for, if Crawford to win, he has to stop Spence, especially on a PVC card, which is quite tough, obviously with all the politics that's happening in America. So if for Spence to win, he just has to do what he has been doing, to be fair. Long jab, a really, really, really long jab, and just hit after the long jab. The way he digs in those body punches, he has to dig those body punches into Crawford's body. As he's a lighter fighter, you would wish to slow him down later on, where you can, continue the onslaught, similar to how he was with Kelbrick. But Crawford has to use that jab. Spence has to use that jab. The jab to measure. And Spence is underratedly, he is a good boxer. He has been previously an Olympian for America, and he knows the distance. And distance will play a really big key, because Spence likes to take the middle of the ring, and Crawford, he is a distance king. He knows when to jump in, when to jump out. If you look at his previous fights with Amir Khan, one of the things Amir Khan said, that the distances, he didn't realize how good at distance Spence was. Crawford was where he can miss by inches and counter you. Now my prediction for this fight is, I think, and I'm edging and I'm up and down, to be fair, but as of right now, I think Crawford edges it out. The reason why, I feel like Crawford has more tools in his toolbox and more ways to win a fight. Obviously with Spence, he's got the one hard drive, so not one-dimensional fighter, but we haven't seen Spence adapt, because he hasn't had to adapt. But I feel like if push comes to shove, we've seen Crawford can adapt, and I think Crawford will probably beat him by split decision or a late stoppage. I think it's going to be one of those fights. It's going to be a similar fight to, might be not similar, but you might to Lomachenko vs Haney fight, where Spence is going to be trying to hit, Crawford's body, and I think Crawford will probably tee up on Spence and probably maybe run away with rounds of the later rounds as well. So that's my prediction. Obviously, this is a great fight for boxing, and it's one of those fights that really like the boxing fans want. It's not so far away like, for instance, Mayweather Pacquiao was, but it's a perfect good fight. And so yeah, let's see what happens. Thank you guys for watching.